We're going with some.
Woo! Okay, I'm on, right? Okay, good. All right. Welcome to ActorScope. Wow, November 16th. We're going to give you the what? The best 30 minutes of your week. Wow, that's a lot better than I expected. Okay, good. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ActorScope. And I am Winston Sinclair, casting director here in Los Angeles. Oh my God, where'd that come from? In Atlanta. Yeah, I'm back from Los Angeles. Yeah, in Atlanta, back from Los Angeles via New York. Okay, so that's a lot for you to digest. But welcome, everybody. Share and tweet. Let me know where you're coming in from. Keep those hearts coming, guys. Keep those hearts coming. You know how this works. All right, everybody, share and tweet. Share and tweet. Type the word share so I know you're paying attention. Tweet, let everybody know that ActorScope is on, and if you are serious about your craft, you will be here every Wednesday at 1, because we plan to give you the best 30 minutes of your week. Okay, so now in Periscope land, you know we have the Who's Got Heart Challenge, and those who give us the most hearts, is why you got to keep those hearts coming. I need to look like a box of Skittles on my right-hand side. Okay, keep those hearts coming, and whoever gives us the most hearts gets to put their headshot all over our social media. That's our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. I think we should start putting people on Pinterest too. But we can do it all. We'll get your face out there, and it's a great way to get seen, okay? Last week, I want to, whoa! Shout out to Aaron Wiggins. He won last week in our Who's Got Heart channel, 7,000 hearts. Is that like a record for us or something like that? 7,000, and he broke the record at that. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron. So now y'all know the number to beat. 7,000 hearts. Wow. Okay, so we will post your picture by Thursday evening on all our social media. It'll be up for the week, and you never know who's checking you out. You never know who may reach out to you. Okay, now also for our people in Facebook land, we have to create something for you guys. And we've got the Who's Been Watching, and how that works is we ask you a question based on last week's show, and if you answer the question correctly, you will win. And you too will get your headshot all over all our social media. So, last week's winner is, Precious Jackson. She won last week. Give it up for Precious, everybody. Give it up for Aaron too, wow. Yeah, 7,000 hearts, and Precious won last week. Okay, so now, last week I wasn't here. The show clearly wasn't as good. We miss you, Mike. But Mike, our producer director, was on, and he said there were 3 things that he didn't want to talk about. You need to list the 3 things. This is for Who's Watching on Facebook land. List the 3 things that Mike didn't want to talk about, and then you're going to send your answers to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. I'll say it again slowly. wsa.actorscope@gmail.com, and the first person to send the correct answers, all 3 answers, in will be on all our social media. So Facebook, you're included, okay? Now, on to our questions. Wow, okay. Mercedes in Atlanta, Georgia says, if an actor knows the material but has the jitters prior to being seen in person, how can the actor avoid choking up? Wow, okay, so that's a lot more than a quick question, but what I will say, Mercedes, we're going to have an actor on later that can probably answer that question for you, because I've never been an actress. But what you need to do is make sure your skill is there. Make sure you're prepared, because I really do, even when I give speeches or even to get on the show, preparedness sort of helps with your jitters. So make sure you are ultra prepared for your audition, and that will help with some of the jitterness. But all actors have different techniques, so we'll get some techniques for you later, because we do have an actor that's joining us. Stay tuned. Okay, and now, I don't want to say your name wrong. Pashanta Hubert, in Ypsilanti, Michigan. That's a mouthful, girl. I hope it's a girl. Okay, that's a mouthful. Let me say that again. Pashanta Hubert in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Never heard of it. Wasn't good at geography, but never heard of that. She says, has WSA had the callbacks yet for the TI project that you had an open call for? No, we have not had callbacks. Stay tuned. When we do, we will announce them here, or you'll get a call from us. So, no, we have not had callbacks yet. That is the answer to the question. Marshall Auguste in Miami, Florida says, how often do casting directors actually go through self-submissions on Actors Access versus agent submissions. I can't speak for any other casting directors. I know in this office we do, but let me be clear, it's not me that goes through them. My assistant and my associate goes through them, and if it's anybody that's appropriate, we bring them in. We see people from Actors Access all the time. Absolutely all the time. So if this is a question where you're wondering whether you should sign up for Actors Access, is it worth the money? I think it absolutely is, okay? Because in this office, which is the only office I ever deemed to speak for, I know we do see people from Actors Access. Okay, I feel like I'm rushing, but I'm slowing down because I'm going to have, somebody's going to join me and we're going to talk about what's casting. Anais is joining us. Hey, Anais.
I'm back again.
Yes, we love it when you're here.
I know you guys miss Mike, but hi, I'm back.
You didn't do it with Mike last week?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you were here. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
I was playing Mike. He was playing you, remember?
Yeah, I saw the show. Anyway,
I
go.
Oh, got some good stuff for you today, though.
Cool, cool.
This is a long one, so I hope you guys have your pens. You know, I got my pen here. Pen.
Get ready. You guys know
Paper.
what time it is. You know what the show's about.
Get
you
ready
should
to take
be
some
ready.
notes.
Yeah, exactly. Take some notes.
Okay, Gemelli Entertainment has an upcoming project with a major network. Okay, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a mouthful, so listen up. This is going to be the most revealing social experiment imaginable.
That scares me already. Go ahead.
Ever wondered if you could survive without all of your material belongings? A major network wants to give you a transformative experience of a lifetime. Participants will be stripped of everything they own, including clothing, furniture, and all their coveted possessions for 21 days.
I'm a material girl and I live in a material world.
Okay, to find out how their life will be affected each day, they'll be permitted to take back one item that they can't live without. This is a survival challenge that doesn't take place on a deserted island, wilderness, or outback, but in the confines of your own home.
What? So they can take everything out of your house?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have to survive without
it.
everything in your...
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
but
not
remember,
the kid, not the
you
kid.
can win back one item.
Yeah, no.
No.
I already paid for it. It's mine.
To be considered, send an email with your name, phone number, a few photos, put stripped in the subject line, and a brief bio on why you want to be a part of this social experiment. You're gonna,
you know what? And if you do decide to go out for this, let me know why you want to be a part of this experiment.
So you're going to email socialexperimenttvcasting@gmail.com. Again, the email address is socialexperimenttvcasting@gmail.com. I just thought it was really interesting because I've never seen anything like this before.
And I would like to not only see the show, but I would like to find out the mindset of somebody who want to participate in the show.
Yes, because that means you wouldn't have your phone. You wouldn't have a laptop, a tablet, anything whatsoever. You lose all your comforts and necessities, beds, everything.
No, I'm a grown-up, can't do it.
No, not for you. Okay, next one is New Life Casting, and it's for a film called Hangman with Al Pacino.
Whoa, one of my favorite actors. You guys know my favorite film are all the Godfathers. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, they're looking for men and women to portray medical personnel, doctors, nurses, EMTs, etc. All ethnicities, 18 years and older, and then you're going to put medical personnel in the subject line.
Okay, do we know if these are in Georgia or are they all over the place?
These are here in Georgia.
Al Pacino's going to be in Georgia.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me find out.
You're going to email hangitatl@gmail.com. Again, it's hangitatl@gmail.com. That's where you're going to email and put medical personnel in the subject line. Next one is Marinella Hume is casting for the series The Originals. So for all you vampire fanatics, they're looking for tough-looking men and women, all shapes, sizes, and ethnicities to portray supernatural types, 18 to 55 years of age. You're going to put tough in the subject line. And you're going to email mhc.originals@gmail.com. And again, the email is mhc.originals@gmail.com. And I've got one more for you.
Good, good.
And this is going to be in Florida. Miami, to be specific. It's for Nickelodeon. And what they're looking for are young girls, age range or that looks like 15 or so. You have to be able to sing and dance. If you have any videos, links, demos, etc., along with pictures and contact, please send ASAP, because this casting is taking place today in downtown Miami between the hours of 2 to 5 p.m. So you're going to send all your information to miamitalentcasting@gmail.com.
So we're going to need you to multitask while you're watching the show, because don't tune out. While you're watching the show, if you're in Miami, send your stuff over right now, because this is like happening as we speak.
Yes.
You have enough time to finish watching the show till 1:30 and then get on the road.
That's right.
Okay?
That's everything for you today, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Okay, that was wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
As always, it's a pleasure, guys. Give it up for Anais.
Bye, guys.
Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good. Now, we're going to have a special guest, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about him first, okay? Travis LaBranch was born and raised in New Orleans, then later moved to Houston, Texas, where he attended the University of Houston to study mass communication and theater. I'm a theater major, too. Shout out to all the theater majors out there. He then moved to Atlanta, where he connected with local talent Patrick Walker, Jeremiah Hightower, I hope I'm saying that right, forgive me if I'm not, Taylor Polidor, and Jared Collins, and created a non-profit organization called the Booking Room ATL. Now, I've heard a lot of great things about it. He's going to tell you a lot more about it. This started a year ago, I believe it was 2015, and was originally housed in an apartment clubhouse where actors met to work on scenes and to socialize. It grew fast, so they outgrew their original space, and eventually they moved to the Good Acting Studio located in Marietta, Georgia. I've been there before, actually. From time to time, agents, managers, film directors, and casting directors come in to scout local talent. Travis has been on such shows as Tyler Perry's The Have and Have Nots, as well as Shots Fired with Sanaa Lathan. Shout out to Sanaa. We worked with her on The Best Man. And that is scheduled to air in 2017. He is currently working on a film called, okay, this has to have a French accent, and I hope I don't screw it up. All my Haitians in the house, help me out. Pas en tout. I hope I said that right. Okay, I don't even know if I said it right. Okay, I'll get corrected later. Where he had to learn to speak French. Travis will tell me how to say it. Travis has also written and produced his own short film, Hijack, wow, which will be out in 2017. Travis is currently represented by the People's Store in Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody give a round of applause for Travis LaBranch. Come on in, come on in. Great to have you here.
Hello,
shout out, shout out. Okay, guys, keep those hearts coming so he can see it. Keep those hearts coming.
I love hearts.
Yeah, I love the hearts. As many hearts as possible. I love it when it looks like a Skittles box.
Nice.
Okay, so Travis, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like the bio. I am Travis LaBranch. I am currently from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I lived in Houston, Texas for like 10 years.
Okay, cool.
And I started acting there. Houston's a very commercial market, so I was doing a lot of commercials. My first booking was Southwest Airlines, a national commercial.
Okay, nice.
I was like, whoa, this is
national for your first booking.
my
Wow,
first
that's
book.
dope.
Actually, I went as an extra, and I got bumped up.
Nice. See, humble beginnings. You never know. Exactly.
You have to learn somewhere.
Exactly.
And I just kept training and training. I was like, yo, I want more. And so I was getting ready to move to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And then my brother was living here. He was doing music at the time. Named August Alcina. Y'all probably
I was going to tell him who your brother is.
big R&B, awesome. Some new music coming out soon too.
Okay.
But and he was like, hey, you should move here and help me out. Work with him for a while, and also they have a good acting market out here. And I didn't know that at the time.
Okay.
So I did my research. And I was like, whoa, Atlanta is
Popping.
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 Popping. And I think that is the best move that I made for my career, because I came out here and I met with my partners, and I've grown and I've learned the most I know about acting just by being around the people that I surround myself around.
Now, did you hear what he said, guys? Because we do this show for actors, but you just co-signed everything I've been telling them for the past year. You did your research before you came. You came out here, you connected, you networked, and you built with what you had. So I never tell anybody to jump in anything, because people are always asking, oh, should I go to LA? Should I go to New York? Do your research. You got to do what's right for you.
Yeah.
But now tell us a little bit more about what the booking room is, how it got started, and what you guys do over there.
Oh, the booking room. Oh, that's my baby. The booking room was created for actors by actors.
I love it.
We decided to take our career into our own hands. What better way to learn about acting than with your peers that's doing this every single day?
Absolutely.
Every single day. So we created that, and we started off doing scenes and just doing sides and things like that. And then it just grew. One time we was in an apartment and we had like 70 people show up.
Ooh, okay.
And we
Now
was
that's
like-
a party.
Yeah, that was a party. And at that moment, me and my partners, we got together and we decided like, yo, we cannot let this outgrow us. We need to grab this and start a company and start a business because this is something that has never been heard of before. And who started is me, Travis LaBranch. We have Taylor Polidor, Jerry Michael Collins, Patrick Walker, and Jeffrey Maya Hightower. All of them are great, wonderful actors and actresses.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now what days and times does the booking room meet?
Every Sunday night at 8 p.m. to midnight. So you have to sacrifice your football games, people. You wanna grow. While you watching football, we growing.
Exactly. What's more important to you? Because if you're not gonna play football, you need to be where your career lies.
They got their check.
Exactly. And you try to get yours. Okay. So now, what are the goals and objectives of the booking room for the actors that come in?
Goals is that every actor books. Every actor book. That's the number one goal. We want
I
every
love
actor
it.
to book. And our other goal is we want everybody to grow as a unit. Let's grow together. Let's learn about life just as much as we learn about acting. And our goals is also, what are your goals? Like we have one-on-one after class. We talk to people one-on-one, like what's going on in your life? What are your goals? Is your goal to be auditioning every day? Is your goal to be booking? Is your goal to get signed? And what are you doing to reach those goals? How can we help you?
Wow. What a hell of a support system. This is authentically awesome. That's what I gotta say. It's authentically awesome.
It's not a competition.
Because you guys are supporting each other. Okay, so what are some of the benefits actors can expect to gain from the booking room, other than all the support you're giving them? Golly.
You get the insight of working actors. That's people that's on set every day or that's auditioning every day. You get to get in their brains and see what's actually going on. And that's where a lot of our exercises come from. Mm-hmm. One of my partners named Patrick Walker, and it helped me so much for when I had a booking, I went on set. We came up with this exercise called Find the Camera. Mm-hmm. Because you go on set, you're doing your scene. I mean, of course, it's the camera guy to follow you and catch you, but you can make it easier from like, if this is one of my first bookings, I want to be seen as much as possible. Mm-hmm. So if I know if there's a camera here and a camera there and a camera there, I'm sorry, if there's a camera there, I know the way that I move. Now, all my moves could be justified. If I reach over there, I know this camera going to catch this side and still catch this side. So we came up with an exercise called Find the Camera, and it helped so much because now you're getting more camera time instead of being hidden behind somebody just because the camera's right there.
I hope you guys are paying attention. I really hope, because he's like dropping jewels on you guys. Okay, so now, do you ever have like directors, and how often do you have them come in to teach? Do they teach classes or do they just observe what you guys do?
Mostly observe. We had this one guy named Troy Rowland from Los Angeles. He's a great acting coach. Like he came in, he dropped some jewels. Like he had some beautiful. Shout out to you, Troy Rowland. He's really good.
Shout
acting
out
coach.
Troy Rowland.
Really good acting coach. And we've had Nan Dutton. She was a casting director for CSI.
Oh, okay.
And she sat there the whole night for 4 hours and critiqued every single actor. Like we got to pick the brain of a casting director. We just had a director from Being Mary Jane. His name Rashard Ernesto Green.
Oh, I know Rashard from New York.
Yeah,
he's out of New York.
Yeah, he came
up
and
at the
sat
same
in our
time.
class for a while, left some words of encouragement. We also had agents like Jay Purvis, Christian Tay, shout out Christian Tay. They came and sat there all night.
Shout out to Christian and Tate. We love
And
him.
also Gail Tassel. And these people, these people are just sitting here because they care about your growth, and they sit there and critique every single thing. Just so it's not a sugarcoat zone. We're not in there being mean. We're not in there trying to tear you down. We're going to tell you, first of all, you did a good job for coming up on the stage, great. But now we're going to pick this apart and figure out, why did you not book this? Why are you not getting called back? Like, why? Because you need to know, what can you do? Are your risks big enough? Are you taking a chance?
I really hope. Hold on a second. I really hope y'all are paying attention and taking notes, because we have never gotten anybody sitting here giving actors, from an actor's perspective, the insight that you are dropping right now.
That's the book.
That is awesome. I hope you guys are paying attention, or you play it back on Facebook Live.
Okay.
Okay.
back.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
And that's basically, like you just said, like, it's not, we don't believe in the competition. We're rollers for you. We're rollers for me. Just be prepared. I want to see you be great, because I'm not praying on your downfall. What you get is not going to tear me down. I'm happy that you got it. Cool. Maybe you could help me out. So it's just a place where everybody encourages each other. There's no, oh man, he booked this type of thing. No, we want everybody to grow. This is not me giving you the cheat code and that you're going to outbook me. This is not what that is. We just care.
Listen, just even have that mentality, and you guys are so young. I think it's going to put you light years ahead of your peers who are not participating, because people tend to sometimes get that, and actors, they know that I'm totally against that sort of crabs in a barrel mentality, like for me to get ahead, I gotta step on somebody else, and there's enough for everybody. And if you come from a space of there's enough, then you will behave in that way, and you find it easier to encourage your fellow actor. You know, you can encourage your fellow human being if you know that what's yours is yours, and nobody else can have it.
Nobody else can have it.
You know, so tell us how we can first get in touch with the booking room so actors can come and participate. How do they do that?
So you can email us directly at the booking room, thebookingroomatl@gmail.com. You can email us whatever questions with time with me. You can email us a question and we'll answer it for you.
Is the booking room on social media at all?
Oh yeah, we also on. You can find. I'm sorry. We also on Instagram. You can look us up, the Book Room, ATL and Book Room on Instagram, and also on Facebook. You can like our page, the Book Room ATL.
Okay, now how do people get in touch with you?
Oh, I'm Travis LaBranch. You can call me too.
Well, we know you're with the People Store.
Yes, I am
Who's
with
your
the
responsible agent at the People Store?
So many. Jesse, Victoria.
Shout out to Victoria. She watches our back on Being Mary Jane. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, all those guys are people. So they just all Tom. They all look out for me. They're always sending me auditions. They're always sending me out. The People Store, and that's another thing. I waited. I didn't sign with anybody for a whole year when I came out here. I could have signed with. I ain't gonna say I could sign with anybody, but I could have signed with different agencies. But I knew I wanted to be with People Store. I waited for what I wanted.
Okay.
And
don't rush it when the timing is right, because timing is everything. It's a big part of everything. So don't rush it. When your timing is right, you will get what your desired goal is. Now, can they follow you on Instagram to see what's going on with your career?
You can follow me on Instagram at LaBranch. That's TLABranch. Facebook, Travis LaBranch. Twitter, LaBranch. Mostly all my social media is LaBranch. I'm a little silly too, so you'll see a few little funny things going on.
Okay, we love comedy. We love comedy. But now here's my favorite part of when I have guests. We do this thing called the rapid fire questions. Okay. See, I'm not scary. Okay, but we ask you questions. Well, I'm going to ask you questions, and you're going to give me the first answer that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. So put your thinking cap on, and this should be cool. This should be easy. I'll start easy. What's your favorite movie?
The Brothers.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Is that the one? Who's in that? Is that
Shamar Moore, Dale Hughley.
Okay. Okay, cool. Now, where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years?
Living in Los Angeles on a mountain in a nice, unique home, traveling the set every day.
Okay. Got it. He's very clear and very specific. Okay. If you had to choose a career other than the one that you're pursuing, what would it be?
I would sing.
Oh, did y'all hear that? Did you?
But I can't say, but I would sing.
You would be singing. Okay. Now, if you could ask your icon, favorite entertainer, living or dead, one question, what would it be? Who's your icon, and what's the question you would ask them?
Denzel Washington.
Okay, and what would you ask Denzel?
Can we go get coffee?
Nice. We've never had an answer like that. Okay, and now our last question for you is, what does fame mean to you?
Oh man, absolutely nothing. Fame will tear you down just because you think you're famous. Fame will tear you down. I've seen this firsthand. It's not about the fame. Somebody said that just because you're famous doesn't mean you want to become you have to be a role model. Yes, you do, because your voice is traveling. So if fame for me is, who can I give back to for somebody that's looking up to me? Because fame ain't about, I'm famous, I'm finna go pop bottles and be looking, no pictures and stuff like that. Nah. Fame to me is, whoever's looking up to me, I want to be able to give back to you, because me growing up from where I'm from, it wasn't a lot of positive role models.
Wow. I'm blown away. Like, the amount of knowledge and wisdom and insight that you have left here with us in this last 15 minutes, it's absolutely priceless. Like, y'all need to download and hold on to today's session, because, first of all, you're getting it from an actor who's out there doing it. I can only speak from a casting director standpoint, but this is from somebody who's actually in the trenches doing it and making a living doing it and making the best of it and encouraging others while doing so.
Yes.
You are absolutely a rare find.
Yes.
Wow.
Me and my partners, they're the greatest, man. Shout out to all of them. Taylor, Jared, Patrick, Jeffrey Meyer. Without them, The last thing, I would not be the actor that I am today. I've learned everything I know just by watching and paying attention. It ain't about just doing all the time. Just pay attention. I promise you'll learn so much.
First guest to leave me speechless. I have nothing to add to that. Nothing at all to add to that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Round of applause, guys. Thank you so much. That is some wisdom. Wisdom is like, you can give information, but when you drop wisdom, that's a whole other level.
Man.
That's a whole other
That's
level.
what we do at the booking room.
Yes, y'all gotta go check it out. If you're serious about your craft, get your butt over to the booking room, okay? And learn with these people who are working it out. These are people who are not sitting on the sidelines, they're in the game, and they're playing, okay? And they're scoring and they're winning. Okay, so guys, make it your business to research this company, get out there, and start working with us. I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm glad to find out about you guys. That being said, at the end of every show, we do this segment called Summy Says, and it's usually something from life that I've learned and something that can encourage an actor. But this week, we're going to actually give a Summy Says from a fellow actor. Shout out to Queen Latifah. I've worked with her on many projects. We actually, Star is coming out. I'm not sure about the date, but we'll look it up. December, okay, in December. But Queen Latifah says that she's always approached things with hunger and just enough fear. All you guys are always asking me, how do I get rid of the fear? I'm like, no, you don't get rid of it. You use it to your advantage. She says, plenty of confidence, you know, but just enough fear to work extra hard. Paralyzing fear doesn't do anything for you, but the kind of fear that makes you nervous enough to really be aware and focused, that's the kind of fear that she likes. Yeah. Fear is not a bad thing. First of all, fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. It's not even real. You know what I'm saying? It's a story you tell yourself. But use that fear to your advantage. Everything that comes to you can be used to your advantage. Just find a way to transform it. Okay? That is my Summy Says for this week. And do you want to leave the people with any words? I mean, if you could encourage an actor out there today, what would you say?
Don't give up. Don't quit. Somebody was having problems the other day, and the best advice that I could have gave them about, you got all these things going on in your life, but you want to do this. You just got to figure it out. Like, no matter what, you just got to figure out. And what's going on in your everyday life is going to affect your work. Now it's your choice on how you let it affect your work, in a good way or in a bad way. I learned that from a friend myself. So just don't give up. And just come to the book room. You can learn more. We only charge $5, and that's just for the space because we are nonprofit. We don't care about the money. We just want everybody to book. Oh, and it was possible too. That was good.
Oh, possible too. I did say it right. Okay, see, everybody's looking at me cross-eyed in here. Okay. Once again, thank you so much for coming out. It was an honor to sit here and chat with you and find out a little bit more about what goes on with you and what goes on with your nonprofit group. And guys, check them out. And we will be back here. If you have any questions, we'll forward it to them, or give them your email address again, the booking room again. thebookroomatl@gmail.com. And if not, you can ask us, and we'll make sure they get the answers. But we will be back here next week. Everybody will be back, same bat time,
Same bat channel.
Woo! Thank you. That was awesome. Whoa.